check, and there's this scandal.
Yeah.
Jiggy, now they're telling us you don't have to wear mask. Now it's fine.
Yeah,
You must notice that always when he's
Yeah.
implicated on something, he eases the
Jesus,
lockdown.
man.
Yeah.
He always
No,
does
but
that.
it's always the case.
It's always the case.
It's always the case.
Like I was waiting for something like that to say, since now there's this scandal, there is gonna be
Let's
something
make the people
about.
happy.
Yeah.
He'll always make the people happy.
Has to be
Very
happy,
smart.
Montana.
You know, very smart. And now.
Yo, what up? We're back again with another episode. Symposium Podcast. Today we have a guest. Mjerere, it's been a while, man. Are you good?
No, man, it's been a while, gents. It's been a while. Thanks, man, again.
Yeah, no worries, man. Welcome back.
Yeah.
For new listeners, this is Mjerere, and when Mjerere is around, it's always political.
If you know his voice, now
Yeah.
you know his face.
Yeah, probably. Because in most cases, when we were recording with Mjerere, we had like, what you call?
We had
Audio.
Yeah.
Not really much on the visual
This is
side.
not visually grand.
So this is the face behind Mjerere. Ladies and gentlemen.
Now you know what's behind that deep voice.
Yeah.
Gents, it's not deep.
We don't know. Let them know that. Let them tell us on the comment section. Anyway, guys, before just with the podcast, I'd like for anyone who's watching now to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, like click on the notification bell so that whenever we upload, you get some notification.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, man, I hope you're good, Mjerere. But most importantly, I want you to know so it's politics, we want to be touching on what's been happening in the country.
What's
currently
happening?
Hey, I don't know. Do you know about the Pala scandal? The game reserve of our current
It's a
president.
big one. It's a big one.
It's a big one. It's on
It's
the
a big
news and it attracts international,
I don't
Yeah.
understand why it's a big one, but it is a big one.
It really is a big one. And another thing, the Guptas got arrested. But let's lay it down for everyone, like who's watching,
Yeah.
so that they know what we're talking
yeah,
about.
for
So
sure.
I don't know. What do you understand about the Pala game reserve scandal that involves ramaphosa? What do you
President
understand
of the
about
nation.
that?
Our president.
The current one.
The man himself.
The man himself. You know, this conversation, it takes me back to our first podcast.
Episode, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think our first episode of Kuluma was when he was elected as a
Yeah.
president.
Yeah.
And now the future was prospective.
Yeah, we
But
all had,
now.
yeah.
Yeah. And it boils down to the fact that we said the guy is wealthy.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Because now we were actually referring, we were comparing Zuma and him.
And
Remember?
Thabo Mbeki as
And
well.
Thabo Mbeki.
Yeah,
I still
true.
remember like
Yeah, the
vividly
conversation.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because now we like, and I think it was Mdu
Yeah.
who was advocating for the guy. You remember?
Yeah.
Mdu was like, yeah, this guy
I
has
had high
money.
hopes.
Yeah, he has money.
He won't be corrupt.
He won't be corrupt.
Yeah.
And I said,
had very high
if
hopes.
on 100 rand,
Yeah.
you have 100 rand on your pocket,
Yeah.
and we see 10 rand on the floor, are you gonna leave it?
I did not take into account greed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought poverty was the only
Yeah.
Factor
factor.
to greed, ne?
Which makes sense. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
And now here we are.
Eish.
Back to square one. I would say it's square one, just
Okay,
on a different angle.
Yeah,
Okay.
back to square one.
Yeah, back to square
How
one.
do you feel about it?
What's happening now?
Yeah, I mean,
Because I think we did touch. People
On
who
the
watch
last
the
episode, yeah,
podcast know
last
what's
episode,
happening.
yeah,
So we
did,
just want to hear
Yeah.
from
different
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
How
So-
do you feel
feel.
about the whole thing?
yeah. So I don't think it's more on how I feel,
Yeah.
but on the facts, on what is happening.
Yeah.
And
But it does matter because you're one of the citizens.
yeah, I'm one of the
Yeah.
citizens.
I think that's what I was asking for.
Yeah.
Like, Ukuti, okay, besides talking about, besides trying to analyze what's happening,
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to look Ukuthi, what's going to happen,
Yeah.
like, how does it make you feel, as
okay.
a member
Yeah.
of society,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
someone who
Mm.
possibly, not
Mm.
sure, but possibly have voted for the president?
President, yeah.
Yeah.
Number one, what I would say it's disturbing
Yeah.
Yeah.
to learn that in this day and age there is still money hidden
Eish.
Under bed.
under whatever, because now one can say it was under the kral. Omunye was like le mali beyisendlini.
Yeah.
There was just a lot good. Where was the money?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the bottom line is the money was not counted. The reason it's not kept
in an account.
in an
or
account
something.
is so that it cannot be accounted for.
Yeah, so
That's
that
why we
there's
say
no tax
account.
charged
Yeah.
on it.
Exactly. So that the money is out of his account. When we count Ramaphosa, we're gonna count he has buffaloes, he has this, he has
Without counting
McDonald's,
that
without
money.
counting that money.
Okay.
Eish.
So that's what I'm saying. That it's disturbing to learn that there was so much money.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and this money was not even counted in rands,
Yeah.
but in
In
dollars.
dollars. Even in dollars, it's a big
Just
amount.
imagine.
It's too much.
How much was it exactly, Chance?
It
Do you
was,
even know?
I think it was-
60 plus minus.
There
60
are
million.
estimations,
Yeah,
plus
that
minus 60 million
Yeah.
South African rand,
Yeah.
which is plus minus
Um,
5
5
million, yeah.
5 million US. I think.
US.
Yeah.
Because now, and I've learned that
it's a
that's not all that they took. They left some.
Yeah.
Because now it seems like the whole scandal was like the guys came, they got information from
Yeah.
the lady who was
Yeah.
working in there.
The helper,
To-
yeah.
the help. So there's so much money.
Yeah.
And then the gents came from Cape Town.
Yeah.
I don't know even if they flew or they drove, but they came from
They-
Cape Town.
yeah.
Yeah.
They stole the money, and the lady was like, "Take some, but leave some."
Yeah,
They weighed
yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
I don't even think that
Oof.
that's all that they was.
Okay. So basically, media doesn't cover everything.
The owner of the media.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but okay,
Yeah.
they.
Yeah.
I don't even think they know everything.
They don't.
Yeah.
I don't
They
think
don't.
But now, how do you feel about him letting them go without, like, the involvement of like SAPS? There was no involvement at
Yeah.
all. Even compensating the people who stole the money. Be like, okay, guys, sharp, I'll give you 10,000 rand for
Just to
you know,
keep quiet.
just to
Yeah,
keep quiet.
Which apparently I think we should state is not a known fact.
Yeah, it's not a known fact that
no one
you know,
knows for sure that it did happen,
Yes,
but
yes.
people are talking.
Yeah.
That's what we can say.
Yeah, as I said, that number one, it's disturbing just
Yeah.
to learn that, you know, that there was so much money that this guy has kept
Yeah.
in his house. You know, it shows there's still a long way to go, gents.
Yeah.
There is still a long way to go. And I've learned that money is not the answer
Yeah.
for especially in leadership.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
we thought if you are wealthy,
Yeah,
you're gonna
that-
be
then-
the proper gent,
Yeah.
you know,
But-
for the job.
Yeah, it makes me think how common do you think this behavior is
Amongst presidents or just
amongst
political leaders.
South African political individuals, like politicians, South
Probably.
African politicians?
Okay.
How common is it? Like, can we look to someone and say, okay, this one is relatively clean? Is there such a thing?
No.
Or
No,
are they all?
there isn't.
No.
That should tell you that there isn't.
Because I think even at local level,
Yeah.
we still have the same problem.
still
of
have
Yeah.
councillors doing this
Yeah.
and that.
Mm. There isn't. I like Umdu Aishilo.
Yeah.
Umdu said there's a factor that I was not mindful of. It's greed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, to say, like, gents, in South Africa, ne,
Yeah.
we have close to more than 300 McDs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ne?
Sure.
I want to take you how wealthy this guy is.
Yeah.
There's more than 300 McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly the number.
The
ne?
number, yeah.
But he owns 146
Of them.
Of them.
of them.
Okay.
Which is
Chances if you bought McD, chances are you bought from him.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's half.
So it's-
140,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
half. So chances are you bought from his one way or the other.
Yeah.
Meaning this guy is rich, gents.
And
Yes,
it's not just
man.
easy to buy a franchise.
It's not just easy. He has money.
Yeah.
He's
and it's
affiliated.
not just McDonald's.
It's not just McDonald's.
There are
There's
mines.
lots. Now he sold his uncle, you know, that
Yeah,
cow.
the cow,
Yeah, for
1.6
how much?
1.6 million.
1.6 million.
And that cow is like estimated to be 15,000 in those African countries. Could
Yeah.
be, is it
Yeah,
Zambia?
Kenya.
Yeah, Kenya,
Yeah, Kenya,
Zambia.
because they have those, yeah.
They have those.
Ah.
Yeah.
And
But
here in South
him,
Africa, it's 1.6
6
million.
Yeah, and it's
And
in
he
supply and
auctioned
demand.
that after the scandal.
After
Yeah,
the
yeah.
scandal.
So why
So
is he
he-
selling it
Well,
after
The
the
scandal. It shows you that he's not even touched in that way.
Okay.
He has multiple ways of doing it.
Hey,
Cool.
President, my
Let's
president.
break it down.
He's
Let's
letting me,
let's
man.
come back now on the presence of Arthur Fraser, manje. Because Arthur Fraser was basically a whistleblower in this conversation. Like, in order
Okay.
for us to know that this
Yeah.
happened,
Mm.
he blew the whistle.
Okay,
Why?
before we
Yeah.
go there,
Yeah.
I think I should highlight this about your other phrase.
Yeah.
He has also been implicated in some corruption.
See,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Fananalena or
No,
something different.
Gamsholos.
Okay.
Gamsholos. I think he was the guy that had servers in his house.
Yeah.
Remember when there were allegations that these intelligence guys have servers in their own houses
Yeah.
that have information about South Africans.
Yeah.
He was implicated in those scandals. So I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, he's the whistleblower for this.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good that we now know what's happening.
But
what's
what's the
his
reason?
motive?
Yeah.
What's his motive?
Firstly,
what is he trying to
Firstly,
do?
let's look at the relationship between the Jacob Zuma, Arthur Fraser, and Ramaphosa.
Arthur Fraser
Yeah.
was
Yes, boy.
working at the intelligence during Jacob Zuma's
Time.
Presidents. Yeah.
and they are
Close.
affiliated,
Affiliated,
they are
yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
So to someone who doesn't, to someone who just looks at that,
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah.
it looks as if Jacob Zuma
Yeah.
is trying to expose Cyril Ramaphosa.
Ramaphosa. Through.
Why?
Yeah.
Because the Zondo
Try.
trial has
Yeah.
come
So-
to an end.
And,
We are now seeing the verdict. To what's happening. Blah, blah,
Okay.
blah, blah, blah.
Another thing. like I want
Singayi
to.
kuzona.
Yeah.
Ngicela
No.
singayi kuzona.
I have to go.
Don't
We have to
confuse
go
us.
there.
Yeah, we have to. But
So
let's-
because
let's finish this one.
yeah. No, we're
Must
gonna
confuse.
we're gonna round this up. Ne? So
Alright.
there are allegations that Arthur Fraser, in fact, Uzondo didn't allow Arthur Fraser to testify.
Fine.
Oh, okay.
Testify against, in fact, state capture. Everything that was happening with the state capture.
Yeah.
So do you think also he knew ukuthi Arthur Fraser had some sort of information or some sort of background information about the president Yaga Ramaphosa or the ANC
Yeah,
leadership?
but even if it was about, even if it did have information about Ramaphosa,
Yeah.
that's not the subject we are talking about.
we are talking
Like
about the
if we
state.
call you in,
Yeah.
Sikbuza Uguti,
About
what
something
happened
else.
here at
Yeah.
the point,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't
Deal
tell
with
us.
that.
I mean, I know what happened on that
Yes,
other
yes,
point.
Okay,
we're asking
okay.
about
So
this
it's
subject.
not relevant.
Okay, let's go back.
So
We'll
I'm-
come back
I'm-
to Arthur Fraser.
I'm trying to figure out what's the motive because
Of him.
now I'm seeing my headlines at what the Phala Phala farm scandal could mean for the ANC.
Yeah.
Are these guys trying to split the ANC up? What's happening?
Um,
What do you guys think is happening here?
You know, number one, we need to understand that, okay, back to Arthur Fraser Simbuiz.
Yeah.
He's a spy.
Yes.
That's his duty
Yes.
to always whistleblow and all that, you know.
Yeah.
But now he's whistleblowing against who? The president.
Yeah.
As when you are asking to
Yeah.
say, what are his motives behind that?
Yeah.
You know, that should tell you, see, there are so many underlying factors that you and I wouldn't understand.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
know these
Yeah,
things.
we,
We're not
we don't know
exposed
these
to
things. We're not
everything.
exposed to them.
Yeah.
You know, it's a matter of what you get, what do you use with what you get.
Yeah.
With the information, the little that you get.
Yeah.
You know, so one thing that I think we should focus on is to say our ruling party
Mm.
is not the one.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a
'Cause
hard pill to swallow.
This is one.
You need some
Utu
water.
Uzondo,
Yeah.
he proposed that the president shouldn't be elected by the party,
Yeah.
but by
I agree.
the people.
I
Yeah.
agree.
The entire people. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be by the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is that?
I agree with him because we don't really have control over who's the president.
Yeah, who's the president?
Either way,
Because like if now the ANC is ruling, automatically Ramaphosa rules. But
Yeah.
now Ramaphosa is being implicated in such and such.
And I foresee that whoever's gonna be president next,
Mm.
probably can be implicated. Not even then. Now we can find something wrong with that person now.
Already, yeah.
Because
let's.
Yeah.
that's
I, hope
Ndindana.
I hope we're not even thinking about DD because him.
No. Even if it's not him.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Already, how the ANC works is this way.
Okay.
When Zuma was president, everyone in the ANC
Was
knew
chowing.
who was next.
Yes.
You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
So Namanje, even if maybe we don't know
No, they
because
know
we are not
who.
into
They know.
politics
Yeah,
that
they know.
way, they know who's our next president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that person is probably going to be president of the country.
Yeah.
And they've chowed and they are
And
chowing.
that person is probably already even
Chowing
guilty
money.
of some corruption.
And also probably
things.
implicated in the Phala Phala thing.
Because if it's not DD, what if it was supposed to be Ace Makhashul?
He's also has probably.
You understand?
But chances are of him being the next ANC president, he already has his people.
You never know, man.
Dog.
Uzuma bega rapile when he became president.
Yes.
You never know.
You never know.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Was he guilty of that?
Apparently.
It's always allegedly, but he
Otherwise,
yeah, he was. It's a very tricky one.
He was even going to court for that.
Yeah.
Not implicated by people of his party.
Yeah.
By someone else. One case.
Yeah.
But you raped
But
me.
how did it, like, for Yaga Zuma to even reach court, and then Era Ramaphosa not even gets money though? I know, I understand with South Africa and its states now,
Yeah.
with the gender-based violence, rape, and so many issues. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
But now, the money, dog. Hey, that's a lot of money. Even
It is.
apparently, even the FBI, we alerted Ngalinda Bella because now it stops the circulation of imali in America now.
The whole palafala thing.
Yeah, because
And then now my problem is,
Yeah.
why isn't the media covering it so much? It's not covered as it should.
Yeah.
Remember how the scandal Zaka Zuma?
Yeah.
The house is there.
yeah,
Every day it was about that. Like it was covered. It was all over the media.
yeah,
Yeah.
But now we have this. Why is it not covered so much? We talk about it because we have Twitter.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not necessary that
Yeah.
you see it on your ENC.
Which I think in the near future it's not gonna matter if the journalists are covering it,
yeah.
because we are talking about it.
And another
Exactly. And
another
on a lighter
thing.
scale.
Yeah.
That's my problem. On a lighter scale. That's
Yeah,
a lot
but
of money,
Those
James.
lighter scales are growing. Trust me, like this podcast.
Yeah,
they are
yeah,
growing.
yeah. We're gonna
At
get
some
there.
point,
We're gonna be a
It's
voice.
not gonna matter.
Yeah. But at some point, when you're talking about the media and
Yeah.
the involvement of our current president,
Mm.
feel like there is okay, man. Like there's favoritism at some point.
Yeah.
Because now it's much easier to talk about scandals like Jacob Zuma.
Mm.
But when our current president has like manje, the pala thing,
Yeah.
it's quiet. And another thing, I feel like because it's more spoken about on Twitter, feel like we the youth know so much about
Yeah.
it. Like my mom is not on Twitter,
Yeah.
my dad is not on Twitter.
Yeah.
But when it's time to vote, they watch Indaba, they see
That's
the
why I'm
door-to-door.
saying to say
So
the
they
coverage is important.
and another
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
The
if they
coverage
see
is
the
important.
door-to-door thingy, they know okay, I know ANC is working now.
It's time.
Yeah, ANC,
Mm.
ANC.
time.
And then when as the youth, you're like, I'm not even voting for ANC.
Yeah.
I'm not even voting at all
Yeah,
because
you know the facts.
you know
but
I
they
know the
don't.
facts.
Yeah.
To your surprise, I know Lentole.
Yeah.
I know what Ramaphosa did. I'm not voting. I don't have such conversation with my mom now. I'm like, say, dog, hey, you voted ANC, hey,
Umtshita
Ramaphosa.
wakho wenze kanje nakanje.
Uyangithwala. So now,
Like
Anyway, yeah.
You are very correct, Wood. Hence, I was bringing the point of coverage
Yeah.
to say it will be known by you and I,
Yeah.
and via
Sure.
Twitter, and afterwards we forget about it.
Yeah.
But something that's on the forefront
Sure,
is the media.
sure.
And now the reason I feel like why is it not covered so much? Check, ane? There's this scandal.
Yeah.
Jiggy, now they're telling us you don't have to wear mask. Now it's fine.
Yeah,
You must
yeah,
notice
yeah.
that always when
Yeah.
he's implicated on something, he eases the
Jesus,
lockdown.
man.
yeah.
He always
No,
does
but
that.
it's always the case.
It's always the case.
It's always the case.
Like I was waiting for something like that to say, since now there's this scandal, there is gonna be
Let's make
something
the people
about.
happy.
Yeah.
He'll always make the people happy.
Must be
Very
happy,
smart.
Muntwana.
You know, very smart. And now, because there's this guy, I forgot his name. I'm trying to remember his name. He's the CEO of MultiChoice. Yes, South Africa.
Okay.
MultiChoice
Sure,
is
sure,
worldwide,
sure.
but in South Africa.
Sure.
I forgot. I was checking this guy. He's affiliated with him
Yeah.
on some other business.
Oh, okay.
So
Eceleni.
elsewhere. Eceleni.
Yeah.
You understand? So him being the CEO of the entire
Yeah.
MultiChoice, meaning he has control over the media. This guy
And the president doing
and the
something is
president
probably bad for stock.
for exactly. Is he gonna snitch against him?
No, you can't.
He can't. You cannot buy the head that what that feeds you. You can never do that.
I'm making my head hurt. man.
Let's switch up. Let's switch up. Now that we've given people so much information about what's happening in the world,
Sure.
in fact, in South Africa, right? So, nje Ramaphosa, we know chances are he's guilty. Not saying he is.
Not even chances are
He's
very
guilty.
guilty for the fact that he's keeping money.
So
there.
now, let's just say, for what? Okay, I'm trying to change the conversation now because I feel like we've shared so much.
Okay, Mina, this is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you still wanna know after
Yeah.
your head is hurting?
Yeah, I want to
Okay,
know.
cool.
What do you think is going to happen now?
About
This
The
whole
situation.
Ramaphosa thing.
it's gonna fade. Trust me,
Yeah,
my
it's,
guy.
it's always the case.
So basically, nothing is going to happen.
Nothing is
nothing's
gonna
gonna
happen. Nothing is gonna happen.
Okay, nothing is
Nothing
going to
has
happen
happened. That's
to
my point.
him.
Yes, to
But
him.
what do you think this means for the ANC?
Nothing.
Nothing, dog.
Nothing's gonna change.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So
Trust
now,
me.
the
Nothing is gonna
conversation
change.
we should start be having now.
But it's undermining. You remember when he spoke to us earlier about corruption? He was telling us that they are drawing the line in the sand.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Corruption is coming to an
Yes, but
end.
him,
Yeah.
If
the
someone
very
is
man.
implicated, they must
Yeah.
step down.
The very man.
He didn't want to step down.
The
He
very
was
man.
suggested that because
Oh,
you are part of
Esma
this,
Kashule.
Yegala Ugba
Yeah.
president. He said no.
Ah, shit.
The guy ordered that Jacob Zuma should be arrested. Esma Khashule should. The very man. But look at him now.
So now,
Guys. Hey,
so now
gents,
with
you don't know Ramaphosa.
We are satisfied if
Yeah.
you wanna.
when
move
no
on,
thing is
fine.
when it comes to politics in South Africa, just know with him we can speak the entire day. That's why about Uncle Mab I need water. I'm dying because
There's
of
water there.
politics.
There's water there.
I'm just have water for you. Hey, don't see that glass.
It's not an advert. It's
Yeah.
not an advert.
Not an advert. Look at the content.
Paid partnership.
They're not paying us for nothing. So, in all honesty, Wafithu, when you like your one uncle Mawakuluma and
Sure.
Majolina Tavern,
Sure.
it's always gonna be politics. Why? Because it affects them, but they don't have a say.
Yeah.
I've seen another question I had before you guys. Like, to what extent? Okay, fine. Politically, these guys were involved in fighting apartheid.
Sure.
But do you think we've conquered the apartheid and their system now, 20-something years later, after the first president, black president? Do you see any change, or is it because these people, because they were they were activists at the time? But right, they were good, they were fit enough to be our leaders, or it's just good because mina vele vele bengikhona vele as in athi ningifake yabona mina ngizoba minister of whatever.
One thing that I can say is we have to always look at the bright side of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
We are getting there.
Yeah.
It's
true.
not the same.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are
It's
getting
no
there.
longer the same.
Yeah.
We are not where we should be.
Be,
But it's
yes.
not the same.
But
It's not
after
the
how
same.
many years are we still gonna say that? Because if you look at your Ugandas, your which Rwandas, the other African countries who had the same situation, that they are prospering,
They're
they're making,
prospering.
because
But how long? We were the last ones to get freedom.
yeah.
We were
Yeah.
the last ones to get
Yeah.
freedom. Like, how older are their nations compared to us?
Up to
And
40
where
something
they
years.
are.
Yeah, but we are
Where
also
they are.
20 something. And
Yes.
you know that the thing that we don't take into account, when these guys were fighting, they didn't know Uguchi 1994.
This was
the
gonna
year.
happen.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't know. They knew at some point we were going to be free, but
Yeah.
we don't know when.
Yeah.
So when you are preparing, you can't prepare me, Uguchi, I'm going to be president next
Next
year,
year,
if you don't
yeah.
know that next
Yeah.
year
There
is
you
the
go,
year.
yeah.
So now, when it comes to your current views on the leadership, do you think now, because Mina I'm part of SRC,
Yeah.
do you think I'll be a good candidate? Because there's a difference between a leadership and an activist. An
Okay.
activist is someone who speaks out of
Sure.
ama issues and then a
sure.
leader is someone who's like take ama
Actions,
ideas into
yeah.
action
Let's
now.
move us
they
forward.
Let's move
act.
forward
Yeah,
now.
let's move.
So now I feel like
Yeah.
in most cases we've elected people who are
Activists.
activists,
activists,
not
yes,
leaders.
not leaders.
You know?
I agree very much.
So-
Rana.
South Africa is an activist nation.
Yeah,
And the
I
problem
agree.
is now,
I agree.
same as an example would be, now that I'm thinking about it, the example would be Julius. Julius
Sure.
is an activist. He's
Sure.
not a leader.
Sure.
Julius is an activist. So if people do vote for EFF, they should know that they are voting for someone who tells you, okay, yeah, South Africa, there's corruption, he's trying money, but he doesn't have leadership skills.
Eish.
And he's the president of the most followed party in South
That's a
Africa,
hard
and
one
it's
to
followed
swallow.
by youth. So now, we're going to 2024, guys.
Nithini ngomusi, madoda?
Musi is a cheese boy.
Yeah, but does that matter?
It does to some extent because he doesn't.
Umusi ubuyakazi.
We're Soweto.
Where is he now?
Yeah, ukuphi man.
He has his own thing now. He has his
Yeah,
own thing.
well, we know
that
he
it doesn't
has,
want to formally call a political party,
Yeah.
but it looks
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
similar
Yeah,
to a
but now-
political
There are
party.
good gents that are working so hard in the Western Cape. The likes of Abu 18 Mackenzie.
Yeah.
They're aware of the
Oh,
no,
gents,
but like
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
They're
always
doing so much.
Yeah,
I feel
he's-
like those guys are leaders, you know.
Yeah.
Because I saw now that this guy, him,
yeah.
he started a company where they make bread.
Okay.
The name of the brand,
Tasty, yeah,
it's
yeah.
Tasty.
Yeah, Tasty,
You know,
yeah.
that's a leader, as we said, that is
Yeah.
someone who puts action. Because now this guy was going all over checking expired food stuff from Pakistan and
Sure,
stuff.
yeah,
You
yeah.
understand?
Sure.
After you have found the problem, come with a solution. You're like,
Yes.
you know what? We gotta make our own bread.
Yeah.
Which is something that
Yes.
it starts there. We can't
Yes.
start by we're gonna process our own gold. If you can't even start with the
Yeah,
little
yeah,
as bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's doing that. He's
Yeah.
putting in the work. He started, look now, we've issued petrol.
Yeah.
Like petrol now, gents, 2018 petrol was like 11 rand or something.
Yeah.
2018. Now it's 2022. Petrol is 24 rand.
How many years
Lesotho,
later? Yeah,
our
5 years.
neighboring, not our child
Our-
country, because that's
Yeah.
our child country.
Offspring
Another
of
province.
us.
Our offspring.
Another province.
How
yeah,
much
so
is petrol?
that's- yeah.
11 rand.
Ish.
Are you aware?
Yeah.
11 rand. How?
And
We
who's-
as
who
the mother
supplies-
country.
Who supplies Ilusut with the petrol?
South Africa.
So how is it so expensive to us?
How is it so
It's
expensive?
always the case of a tax. I feel like people, they did discuss this. Tax, yes, bulala kakhulu here in South Africa. They kill us with tax. They tax everything.
Unless they chow money, so
They
need
they
to
they
fill
chow
the
man.
coffers.
Like it's disturbing. Like look at the mafuta.
Yeah. Oil.
Yes.
And we did speak about this on another episode when we were discussing Ukraine and Russia.
Ukraine.
We
Yeah.
said
we
at
knew
some
this was
point,
coming.
Yeah.
we're gonna even bread now. Bread is
Yeah,
like
bread is
16
also
rand.
coming.
Yeah.
Sesko.
Yeah,
Like
it's
Sesko
coming.
le.
Yeah.
And I'm Sesko. Sounds so bro. Sesko.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
So
So
it's
it-
Musi now.
Yeah.
It's the same as him.
It's very disturbing.
You know,
gents.
but
It's
anyway, if it's
disturbing.
I feel like when we talk about, we're gonna talk about the bread and the prices and tax. I feel like that needs, because you're an economist at some point, you know economy
You know
and how it
some
operates.
Yeah.
economics.
So we're gonna bring you again for specific episode about
Please.
economy
Yes.
of South Africa, because now we're talking politics, leadership,
Yeah.
activists, political parties, whatever. But now, what do I say? What's my next point? Your take on Ukraine and Russia? Do you think like it's still newsworthy, or is it still humanitarian issue?
Yeah, it is. For the fact that people are still dying.
Yeah.
It should be.
They're still dying.
Yeah. People are
It's
still
not die. It's not dead, gun. Let's fight.
It's what?
Oh.
It's not dead. Like it's not finished.
No, it won't until Russia get what they want.
Yeah.
So now,
Which personally I advocate for them. If you didn't know,
oh,
yeah.
how much time?
hey, okay. Wait. Now we still.
Eskom is gonna take his electricity at 2.
Yeah.
So we have like 10 minutes rough.
We'll give you
starting
2
something
minutes to
else.
explain your thoughts.
Why?
Why?
Why am I advocating
Yeah.
for who?
Yeah.
For the Russians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Why am I advocating for the Russian? You guys said you had an episode about
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
and so that's
Yeah.
the problem. Because now I was in there. Why just
Ah,
invite me? Why didn't you
okay,
invite me?
shoot your shot. This is your shot, Mjerere.
Okay, this is
Pitch
my
to
shot.
us, yeah.
Okay.
Pitch to us.
Now, me, I'm saying this.
Yeah.
Now, we need to understand that Russia is not against Ukraine. Russia is against NATO.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
I
That's what we
think I'm
discussed.
done. Yeah, to say now, the problem is like now we're looking, it's Russia, it's like Orlando
No, but like,
Pirates against Kaizer Chiefs.
have you
It's
thought-
not like that.
Have you thought about
agree.
that?
I
You agree with me?
Yeah.
However,
However,
Ukraine is an independent nation.
okay, come. Let me say my point before
Ukraine
you.
has to have a right to choose whether to be on NATO or not.
No, you can't. You
Why?
can't. You
Why
can't
not?
say that. Okay. If you say you have to have a right,
Yeah.
let's make it this very practical.
Yeah.
Vuyo uhlalala.
Yeah.
Sure.
These are your parents, your
Yeah.
mom and dad.
Yeah.
They feed you. They fed you
Sure.
till you are this old. You're even hosting podcast now.
Yeah.
Afterwards, you're gonna eat bread
Yeah.
and
Sure.
clean,
Sure.
right? And then now you are saying, I'm gonna do whatever you require of me. I'm gonna eat here, do everything. You bath me, you ngenzela konke la endlini.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take the rules from my neighbor, which your neighbor that are against your parents. You say umthetho wala irumini lam
Yeah.
la akusuwa la wakamakhelwane. That's what Ukraine is saying.
Yeah.
Ukraine, remember that the land that Ukraine is in belongs to Russia. Going back then,
It used to belong to Russia.
they gave Ukraine to say it's fine.
Yeah, but
stay
once you've
here.
given me the land,
Yeah.
It's no
it
longer
now
yours.
belongs to me.
It's fine, yes. It's no longer mine, right? Russia
Sure.
is not against that. But Russia is against the fact that you want to join a group of countries that are against me. But you are still using some of my resources, not even some. 90% of the resources that the jobs, the food,
Yeah.
the oil, everything that Ukraine uses
Yeah.
belongs to the Russians. including the land itself.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
now they are saying we want to be governed or we want to fall under.
I was really
NATO.
not ready for this conversation.
No,
but I
we-
still
we-
don't agree.
Okay, cool. We'll have this conversation.
And Russians, they're not against them joining the party.
Yeah.
That's people one thing that they should understand. They are saying if you want to join them, fine. You can go there, do whatever that you want. The problem is that we feel like you're gonna be a threat to us because you are friends
Yeah.
with our enemies. And remember, a friend of your enemy is your enemy. So automatically Ukraine
Yeah.
becomes an enemy to them. Because
No, we'll have this conversation because ESCOM.
ESCOM is going to
Yeah.
disappoint
Yeah,
us very
ANC
soon.
and ESCOM
Yeah.
nabo nje, but fine. Anyway,
It's just like this now,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna do the facts or cap.
Yeah.
What's your take on, like, okay, what do you want people to know and what people like? What's like, give some people advice nje, nyana nje,
Yeah.
like, tell them.
let's spread love.
Spread love.
Yeah, let's spread love. Let's love one another. Let's
Yeah.
have sympathy, guys, man. That's swelanin, you know.
Yeah.
Life is tough, guys.
Yeah.
There's depression, there's all that, guys. There's just so much going on. Like I just learned today that there are 17 people died from in East London in a
Yeah.
tavern.
What
Yes,
happened?
last night.
What
What
happened?
happened?
I don't know. Like
Oh,
I
yeah, I
think
saw
there
it was trending on
a
Twitter
shoot.
today.
Yeah, I didn't really see because
So
of this load shedding. I couldn't really read about
we're
them.
having shootouts in South Africa now.
Yeah, like 17 people died.
Let me
So
quickly
guys,
fact check
we
that.
need
but
to pray.
we've
need
been
to
having
pray,
these
yeah. We need to
issues,
No,
spread
but like
love,
shooting
guys.
is South Africa. It's
It's a US thing.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
it's coming
It's
here.
coming
It
to South
shows.
Africa.
You see, we need love, guys. Let's
Okay.
spread
Yeah.
love. Let's love one another.
Nine.
and
The owner
yeah,
of
it's
in your bin. Okay, let me go to Times Live. This is Times Live.
Kamalale Tavern.
I don't want to laugh like that, but yeah, guys. Anyway, owner of the. I'm still waiting for
Your network, my
Yeah.
guy.
owner of the Eastern Cape. Devastated. Hey, sorry. English. Owner of Eastern Cape Tavern devastated after an inexplicable death of 17 patrons.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Tragedy 17. Okay, let me give the owner of the Nyobeni Tavern is Scenery Park in East London, where at least 17 patrons died in the early hours of Sunday. Is reported devastated by the incident. Eastern Cape Community. What happened? I want to. Okay, he has welcome and advice were close until police are still unclear of the on the circumstances surrounding morning mass death.
Oh.
So this thing, it's like.
No facts are no.
So
facts
far,
are known,
it,
right?
it happened like
It's an age
early
between
this
today.
morning,
Yeah, this
yeah.
morning I think around
Yeah.
2-3.
It's
you
an,
know.
the victims are aged between 18 and 20.
Yeah, it's a tavern.
What?
So I think there was a shootout. If
It's like,
there was,
do you
I
remember
hope
the-
it's not gangsterism.
yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
I think
remember
so.
the incident that happened go Melville?
No.
yes,
There was a
yes,
shootout
there was a
also in
shootout,
Melbourne
and I think
in
like
a couple
7
years.
people died.
Yeah, 7
yeah.
people died.
I think
Oh.
it's like 2018.
Yeah,
19,
2018,
yeah.
19.
Ah.
think
So
it's
now,
a
if you
similar-
I
guys
hope
are,
this is it doesn't become more common, man.
Yeah,
yeah, man,
it's,
like,
yeah.
and
It's not how we do
thina
things in
abantwana
South
abathanda
Africa.
ukuphuma kanje, yeah?
It's
Esingathanda ukuhlala
it's-
endlini.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, in all honesty, Mdu, what do you have? What more do you want to say?
I don't have words, man.
Yeah, you still
Words,
devastated, or your head is still pounding and whatever?
No.
Are you fine now?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Did you miss Mjerere?
Fine. Yeah, man. I wish we had more time.
Yeah,
I wish we had more time.
And I was so excited when Will told me about this. I was
Yeah.
like,
More
what?
time.
Yeah.
I will be there.
Yeah.
in
I wish we had
forever,
more
guys.
time, man.
Yeah.
Because this podcast is doing wonders for myself as well. So yeah.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah, let's arrange more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about.
So my last words would be subscribe. If you don't subscribe, facts okay, just a bit. Which one? Yeah, just one.
You have
Just one.
1 minute.
Still thinking about one.
1 minute.
Thinking about one.
Uzoyenza next week.
Okay,
This
bye.
thing can't save, so I need to.
Oh yeah. Bye
I
guys.
need to stop
We'll
before Eskom takes
see
electricity.
you other time. Subscribe, comment, like below, share. We'll have a second part of this conversation probably in the next couple episodes, 31, 32, somewhere there. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Roll the soundtrack, man.
Khalil. You know the soundtrack is already playing.